They kept coming back, bringing friends, family. That's loads of customers.
So that's Delight is about creativity. And yeah, it is more difficult. But I suppose if you can get all of the staff to be thinking about Delight and not just you, the manager, but if you can get the staff into the idea as well of what can we do to be the best, how can we be the best hotel or whatever in the area? That's probably the key, isn't it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, what you said is true. They don't have to be just managers trying to delight customers, because managers don't spend enough time in contact with customers because they have other things to do. This was my thing when I was a manager back at the hotel. You don't spend as much time as your staff with the customers or the guests. So they are the big parts of the hotel, and they are the faces that the customers see first. They are the people talking to the customers. So before being creative, you need to be able to listen. So active listening is very important, because if you don't listen to what the customers are saying, maybe they're saying we're coming for, I don't know, my husband's birthday to the hotel, then something should click. Organize a cake, buy balloons, or just write a happy birthday card and say, we know it's your birthday.
Yes, or we're coming to see the Bruno Mars gig. You're immediately thinking, aha. You could have systems. So you could have a system that when somebody leaves something behind, you always contact them and say, just to let you know, we've got this and we're going to send it on free of charge, or, whatever. And you could think, well, it's going to cost money. And yes, it is. But the trouble is, if you don't do it, your competitors are going to do it. So you might as well do it before your competitors and at least have a few years of being ahead and getting the delight factor.
There are systems already. The thing is, you need to know how to use them. Every hotel has got a different software, but there is a way to record what customers like. I don't know if I prefer sparkling water rather than still water, and a receptionist enter it in the system. Housekeeping can see that for all future stays. And if you leave a bottle of water in the room before turn down, you make sure it's a sparkling water and it's not a still water.
I stayed in a hotel once and they had a bottle of sparkling water, and it said, we've put this bottle of water here for your convenience. It was something like £3 or something on it. And I just thought that was really expensive. And it wasn't for my convenience, was it? It was for their profit. When you were running your hotel, did you know if somebody had stayed before?
Yeah, of course. You can see if they book through the hotel, it's easier. Because whenever they book through Expedia or Booking.com, you have to go through your arrival list and see if every guest has got an history within your hotel or your company. When they book directly with you, especially if they book through their loyalty program, is much easier to link profiles or link stays.
So you have a system that says this person has stayed like 10 times before or something.
Yeah, some companies, they have a shared system. So if I stay in a hotel in Italy and same company hotel in London, can see whatever my preferences were in Italy, and they can be uploaded in the system in London, something like that. But if I stayed in London and the receptionist says Sara likes sparkling water, and then I stay in the same company in another hotel in Italy, they would be able to see that.
Really? They would know that? Wow, yeah. That's incredible. So I stay in a hotel in Italy and they say, we know you like sparkling water. And you think, whoa, that's freaky. But that is great though, isn't it? The fact that, how many times had some guests stayed in your hotel? I mean, what's the most number of times somebody had stayed beforehand when they came again?
Well, we had people coming every week. When we had business customers, they were staying every week, at least 2 or 3 days a week. So you would get the same person staying. And we had this very nice guest. He was coming from Italy, and he liked fat-free yogurt. You have to have that. It's a regular guest that he stays 3 days a week. You need to have a stock in the fridge.
So you would order it in specially for him?
Yeah, I remember sending an email to the chef every week, please get your stock. And they would buy stock of yogurt to have it in the breakfast area for him, which was nice.
Yeah, that actually brings me on to my mushroom story. So I stayed in a little bed and breakfast near Oxford. This was about 10 years ago now. When I arrived at sort of about 10:30 in the evening, the lady said, what would you like for breakfast? Could I have bacon and mushrooms, please? And she said, I'm really sorry, we don't have any mushrooms. So I said, no worries, I'll just have bacon. Bacon on toast would be great. And she said, okay, fine. And then about 6 months later, I stayed there again. And I arrived about 10:30 in the evening, and she said, "Welcome back, Mr. Croft. And by the way, we've got some mushrooms in specially for you." And I said, "Oh no, I've gone off mushrooms now. I don't like them." No, I didn't. Well, I was tempted, but no. But she'd remembered me. She'd obviously either got a very good memory, or perhaps she'd written it down in a book. I mean, that's the best thing, isn't it? Just any specialist things, or perhaps she even had a computer and just put, likes mushrooms. And she'd got them in specially for me. And I thought that is fantastic. I'm definitely going to stay there again. And in fact, I did. I regularly used to go back.
That's nice.
And I would always go back there, and I would recommend that B&B to anybody else. And word of mouth is such a valuable thing. I mean, in a hotel, if you just get one guest to stay one more time, that's £100, or that's probably 200, isn't it?
Yeah, we had some regular guests that were saying, "Oh, I said that to my family," and especially guests that were coming from Asia. You would think that they don't come often to London, but then we had some customers saying, and they said, "Oh, my cousin said that he stayed here last year, so we decided to come this year for our holidays in Europe." And then maybe some other cousin stays, or brother or sister or friends. And we had the base of regular guests that were staying, that they all said that to each other. And then they kept coming back, even if they were staying once a year in London. They kept coming back, bringing friends, family. That's loads of customers.
So that's
there.
worth thousands then, isn't it, really?